Hi, welcome back. It's going to be, again, it's one of those funny years, isn't it? Well, not one of those funny years, probably one of the funniest years, isn't it, to be honest? Not funny. Yeah. Funny, not funny. Just been a bizarre time, hasn't it, lately? And you might have been thinking to yourself, you know, you might have been watching our shows earlier on in the year and thinking, oh, brilliant, a cruise this year around the UK. And you were just on the cusp of booking it and you thought to yourself, no, it's all right, it's fine, everything's opening up. I'll wait and I'll go where we normally go. We'll go to the Canaries, we'll go to Portugal, we'll go to wherever. We'll wait until we can go further afield. And then it's been like a push me, pull me all year, hasn't it? Shall we, shan't we? Can we, can't we? And so I think in the end, people in the main have gone, you know what, even if we can, I might just leave abroad stuff until next year, just to leave plenty, just to know that is actually going to happen. Yeah. So, with that in mind, what has happened is that lots of people have come to that conclusion at the same time. And a lot of those people have then said to themselves, oh, it's fine. We'll get a holiday cottage. We'll go down to Cornwall. We'll go up to the Lake District. We'll go to Scotland. We'll just stay in a holiday cottage for a week and whatever. Looked at the prices online, as you always do, and gone, what? How many cottages?
Hey?
Like, really?
Is that with a butler?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not buying the house. I just want a week. And that's even on the, you know, the most economical ways of doing things. People have tried budget hotels where the average prices have shot back up. They've tried those things where you stay in someone's house and book it through a website, all of that kind of stuff, and all very, very expensive. A lot of people want the cruise experience. They really do. They want to try it for the first time. It's come up in conversation more often, I think, this year with people who've never done it before. And you might have thought to yourself, well, it's too late to book all of that, isn't it? No, surely they would have all gone. Because of the push me, pull me that this year has been, there is some availability. I wouldn't say it was massive, but there is some availability for early September to go on a P&O cruise from here in the UK. Now, it is a cruise that is essentially not going to a port. It is scenic cruising. Why would you want to do that? Because you want the holiday experience that a cruise can give you. And actually, sometimes the ports are almost secondary to that.
Yes.
So if you've never had that experience before, P&O, and a lot of the cruise lines as well, have brought out their biggest, their best, their finest, their newest ships for these staycation cruises, as they're calling them. So we're going to get on board with this one, the brand new P&O Iona, and boy, does she look pretty snazzy.
She does. You know what? I remember first looking at Iona back end of 2019 when the new ship was coming out. You know, we kind of saw some of the drawings and the renderings, but we never actually saw the ship, and then obviously it didn't kind of come to light. So the fact that you're going to have a new ship, I think, is really quite exciting.
Yeah, I think it's been one of the longest delayed new launches in the cruise industry, actually, just because of everything.
Yeah.
But, oh, now she's here, look.
She looks stunning. She really does. And I think, like you said about not calling into ports, and it is about the actual cruise itself. If you haven't cruised before, I think these staycation cruises are a really good way to be able to kind of sample it and to see, actually, do I want to try a cruise? I don't want to go sort of, you know, Thailand, Australia, too far afield, but just to kind of dip your toe in the water and go, actually, yes. And I think Iona, and with it being a new ship, I think, and by looking at these pictures, it'll blow you away.
Well,
and set you up for cruising.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think this would be really good for those people, and we all know these people who say, oh, you would never get me on a cruise.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, no, thanks.
My mother-in-law.
Stuck on a boat with all those people.
Yeah.
Oh, no, thanks. No, not for me. Absolutely. But funny enough, generally, 9 times out of 10, their other half absolutely loves the idea of cruising. Absolutely loves it. So actually, these cruises are also a way of showing the absolutely determined not to cruise how it's done, and say, you know what, this is a week out of your life. Give me a week out of your life and I'll prove you wrong. I think this is a brilliant way of doing that.
It is. So I'm just mesmerised by the dome.
Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? It's beautiful.
It is. It's gorgeous.
It's a wonderful ship.
It is. And you know what? Have a look at it in a bit more detail online if you want to. Go to the website and have a look. But for a new ship, and P&O have really kind of pulled it out of the water, they're going to love it.
Now, ordinarily, I wouldn't be back with you so soon because Emma would be taking you through. So we leave Southampton, and our first port is this, and our second port is that, and da 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 da. From this, we go. Well, I can describe it slightly more romantically, if you like, as P&O have described it to us. Your Channel Islands coastal cruising, and then you are French coastal cruising, and then you have 4 days at sea. And then you come back into Southampton. So essentially no stops along the way. But what P&O tend to do is actually, they'll obviously talk to you about where you are and where you can see and where we are. But this is about having the cruise experience. This is not about where we're going. This is about how we're going. And it's a really, really lovely, lovely opportunity. To make it even easier, the price tags that P&O have offered us on this, look.
Oh.
See, for the determined never to go cruising, oh no, you wouldn't get me on a cruise. Oh no. All them people, oh no, I'm not a good sailor. I hear it all the time. And I think, you know what, if only you would just try it, just the once, I think you would completely, you come back and you go, oh, I can't believe I've been saying all those things about cruising for years and years and years. It's wonderful. You get fed, you get watered, you've got shows, no one has to drive, you don't have to book a cab, you can eat whenever you want to, everything's taken care of. Why have I spent all these years going, oh, you'll never get me on a cruise? We all know these people, don't we? And I'm not knocking them at all. They've just got an outdated view of their mind. They've been on the cross-channel ferry that went that way, that way, that way, that way, and they felt a bit sick, and it only had a coffee bar on it, and they think cruising is like that, and it really, truly isn't, as we've just shown you. And listen, you know there are millions of people taking a cruise holiday every single year. And once things really get back up to normal, I tell you what, you've got such a massive choice out there. Why not make around a UK cruise just your first? You'll only know if you've tried. Here's the details. If you have tried, you know, I'm teaching
You're
Granny
preaching
how
to the converted, yeah.
Yeah, I'm teaching Granny how to extract the inside out of an egg. It's brilliant. It's such an amazing price tag. There are other dates, as you can see there. So a week later and a week later than that as well. So all the way through September. Obviously the price we've got on screen there is good for the 4th of September, and you've got lovely upgrade prices there as well. So if you want to try your cruising at its best on a brand new P&O ship, why not go for your balcony upgrade and just have the best of everything? I think you'll absolutely love it. And listen, by all means, if you are one of those people who is like, oh, you won't get me on a cruise. If you are one of those people and you go on this cruise and you come back with the same view, I want to hear from you and I want to talk to you. There you go, there's a challenge. I will gladly make a phone call to you and find out the whys and wherefores of that. So there you go, there's a challenge from me personally. ION0409. I don't think I'll be making any phone calls like that, to be honest with you.
You know what, we can get them in the studio and you can really have a chat with them.
That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Yeah.
If
that
you
would be interesting.
Go on that cruise
and I wouldn't be trying to change your mind. I would just be interested to hear why you still have that view. Because personally, I couldn't understand how you could still have that view. Because I do know so many people, and I hear it all the time. So funny. If I go to a family party or something like that, they'll always go, you know, what do? You get talking about what you do and everything else. You mention cruise, and there'll always be one person who'd never get me on a cruise. Ooh, no. All them people. Oh, no. Chatting to her from the street next door. I've gone all that way to speak to Elaine next door.
Seasickness? Oh, not a chance.
Yeah.
No
anyway,
way.
Listen. What an amazing offer. So hopefully by now you're not even listening to this. You've probably pressed mute and calling.
Well, do they speak like that as well? People who don't want to go on a cruise?
Well, you never get me on a cruise. Oh, no, never.
Oh,
you won't get me on a cruise. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not my thing.
But if you love cruising, and even if you don't, stay where you are, because we've got more coming up. Thanks for watching.
See you later. Bye-bye.